Protoss versus Terran. I didn't ask for these powers then. Protoss versus Terran. Every time I get a camera shot like that in the back of my head, I'm like, I hope that bald spot, that if I don't like comb my hair right, you know, it doesn't show up. Oh, over here we have
Episode
Oz.
Wow. I'm actually really jealous right now. Caldor didn't pat me on the shoulder.
I know. And in the upper left.
And it's sponsor jjakji.
So, this map is big. I think we should see a nice big macro game here.
We should. But you never know. Sometimes people do cheese on giant maps.
Well, I think we're going to see Command Center first versus Nexus first because that's the standard for this. And as I've said several times while commentating this map for the GSL, this should become such a standard opening that we will eventually see crazy proxy rush all-in strategies.
Yeah, you're 100% right about that too.
The metagame just has to normalize for it. We have to have enough games on it where everyone's like, well, this is just, I mean, he's going to Nexus first. I should build 3 barracks in the center of the map or something like that.
Yeah, it's like a hard counter build.
Yeah. So, I mean, eventually we will see that. It's like Katrina in StarCraft 1. Where it's like you either go Command Center first or double gate in the middle. It's like... Alright. So. Tasteless.
How you doing, buddy?
I gotta ask you.
Go ahead.
A question. I'm trying to figure out what it's gonna be, but, I mean, nothing's gonna happen in this game for a little bit.
We're going to have a little bit of downtime here before this game picks up, guys.
I mean, they both are doing extremely economy-oriented styles. So one interesting point is that a second barracks immediately going up for jjakji. But other than that, everything completely normal. So Tasteless, how did you like Providence?
I was actually very charmed by Providence, actually.
Yeah.
I was not expecting much. I don't know why that is. I think it's just because, you know, it struck me as going to be like a smaller town.
Yeah.
You know? I was actually very impressed with it. I was impressed with the architecture around there. Very charming, very quaint.
Yeah.
It was nice.
It was. It was a nice little place, man. I've been there several times already, but made me feel like I was at home almost. I mean, my town doesn't have anything like that, but I come from nearby
New Hampshire. Look at this waypoint pattern.
Yeah,
this
I'm watching
stressed
that,
me out. He's like actually playing the Cat's Cradle or whatever with the waypoints.
You're so funny.
Thank you.
Oh my God. Tasteless, the world is not ready for you.
Flatter me, Artosis. But the truth is, I know you are actually funnier than me.
No. That can't be.
Staff it.
All right, so both players getting a lot of economy, and jjakji very smartly, off of no gas, getting another command center Tasteless.
Sometimes I wonder if they get the other command center like this, if the Protoss can just always go for warp prisms and win.
You know, I think not always. We're going to see the warp prism, obviously, but no, I think if he defends it just right, he'll be fine. And in fact, this might be a case, if you want to go for a build like this, that you just have to make a couple missile turrets. You know?
Yeah.
I think that might be the case, because this is reminding me of StarCraft 1 more and more. You know, when we see builds like this, it's more and more like StarCraft 1, where it's like, well, you know, you might just need a turret at your third base to absolutely dismantle a warp prism, because you can't cover everything. You're getting such a big economy so quickly. But I love the play by jjakji. This is what wasn't happening right on the first games on this map. You know, they were just doing, like, normal fast expand builds.
Oh, those are terrible.
And it's like, well, you have to respect the map. It's so easy to get super ahead on economy. I love the extra command center. All right, so I definitely think that will be a warp prism right after the Observer. The Observer will scout out what's going on. It's going to have 3 gates, so perfect amount to go over there and get some harassment done, man.
All right, so the Stalkers coming out here. They're just making sure that... nothing's scouting them. We do have the warp prism on the way, so this is going to be the moment where we get to see how this is going to operate on this map. Oh, nice. Double engineering, baby.
Yeah, that is like, jjakji is really respecting the map right now. He's saying, okay, this is going to be a long game. The ways I can get ahead, lots of economy, lots of upgrades. Both of those are long-term, long-game things that you want to do.
Yeah.
And so the fact that he's doing this is awesome. We have for his opponent, though, Oz. Oh my God, look at that SCV timing. That was actually amazing. And he's going to have to get ready for that. In fact, he's building a bunker at his back expansion Tasis. Very smart move. Very smart move.
I don't even know if Oz can do anything now, to be totally frank.
I don't think he's going to be able... Ooh, very quick pull away there. But I don't think he's going to be able to do any real damage here, man.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think there's no way he's going to make a dent here. We'll see, though. I don't know. Robotics Bay on the way. Terran completely scouting this. Look, man, Oz, to be frank, has not been that impressive so far.
Well, is going to take out this bunker right there. And also,
this could be good.
Yeah,
this could be good. I see what he's doing here.
It's quite nice, yeah. And in fact, he's going to kill off a lot of stuff. With that many sentries, of course, the Marine's not going to do so well. Without Stim, that's actually a very painful thing. Realistically, he should have built the Stim Tech Lab in the main base instead, but...
Oh
man.
My God.
jjakji.
I take it all back. You are so sick.
Yeah, that was really nice. And in fact, I think that this is actually the point of no return now.
I think you're right.
This is, and he actually has a Colossus on the way, which is a huge deal. Some Marauders are popping out.
I think you're right, Artos. I don't think you can actually stop this.
It's getting pretty gross, man. In fact, there you go. Look at that.
So sick.
Ton of SCVs going down. All SCVs
chills.
being pulled, in fact. And yeah, it's just, Oz has way too much there. He's controlling it very, very well. His force fields are immaculate. A Colossus is on the way.
This is actually so impressive, guys.
Yeah. This was
he handled this about as perfectly as you possibly could have. He didn't have to attack that bunker. He could have been like, I'm going to be a little bit more conservative and expand.
Yeah.
But no, he saw the moment and he took it.
If he had, been a little bit more economical, jjakji's build would have been better. jjakji really respected the map. Said, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and take all these leniencies of distance, of expansions, and it was actually, I'm really impressed that jjakji did that.
I feel like that game was basically jjakji trying to make the biggest Lego pirate ship ever, and then Oz swinging in on a rope and kicking it and shattering it.
That could have been it, man.
You know what I mean? Set up, he's like 4 barracks and 2 engineering bays and an apple a day keeps the doctor away, and then jjakji just swings in like Indiana Jones.
Exactly, man. Well said, Tasis. But both these games were games on very far away maps where one player just slightly was too greedy. And again, it was the third base for Oz, and for jjakji that game it's a little bit more complicated. Obviously losing Stim was painful. Just that whole area near the ramp. Sometimes I feel like Terran should just abandon that because Protoss is going to abuse you with the range of the Stalkers and the force
I don't think you need to wall in on that map either. It's weird now. There's this weird thing going on. If you look at this, where wall-ins are actually starting to hurt Terrans.
This happened in StarCraft 1 as well.
Yeah, in mid-game, actually not even mid-game, like in between early and mid-game PvT, where...
That's actually a really interesting way to look at it.
Yeah, because...
You might be right.
I mean, and I don't know if it's going to say that way. There might be ways to prove yourself for it, but... Because I remember even in the beta when I was like, oh my God, we're never going to know because we're going to commercial. We'll be back in 5 minutes, and I'll continue this thought, so please stay tuned.